Elmo is overrated. Kermit should return to Sesame Street. Oh, we're back at it again. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about some Sesame Street hot takes that were sent in by you guys. So what are we waiting for? Let's talk about it. Hey, just want to let you guys know before we get into any of these Sesame Street hot takes, remember that people are entitled to their opinion. You may agree with it or disagree with it, but remember everybody's entitled to their opinion. This video is not to attack anyone or harm anyone, so if I see it in the comments, your comment will be deleted. Once again, this is just to get the conversation going. So this first Sesame Street hot take comes from Brothers from Another Mother 1, and you say, Elmo is overrated. I personally don't feel like Elmo's overrated. I feel like as time has went on, he's just become more and more funnier. You know, once again, to each his own. Even the re-brought up beef with Rocco, I feel like has given new life to Elmo. Also, Elmo going viral recently, even not just for his beef with Rocco, but also for his tweet asking everybody how they're doing. And as a recent, him getting beat up and attacked by Larry David has been interesting. This next one comes from Timothy Spatz, and you say, I feel like more obscure characters need to come back, i.e. Horatio the Elephant, Gordon, Gina, Hoots, Maria, etc. It would be nice to see them play more major roles if possible. I definitely agree with you there, Timothy. I think it would be cool to see these little cameos featured by certain older characters, maybe that newer audiences do not know or not familiar with. So agreed, I definitely would like to see that happen more. Unfortunately though, with that being said, a lot of Muppet performers and actors and actresses have either retired or moved on to other things, and especially with a Muppet performer, they have that iconic, very familiar voice, and as we've seen in recent years, and several other Muppet performers, that voice can either be spot on or not so great. So as much as I would like to see the character return, I would also think it'd be kind of cool to see the performer return as well, if possible. This comes from It's JoJo, and you say Baby Bear and Snuffy are criminally underrated. I would have to agree with you there, JoJo. I feel like those characters could definitely be used more. Unorthodox 4376, you say Cookie Monster is the best character in every way. Every way. Forgive me, but I was unaware that there was any other way that you could like Cookie Monster, but we'll just keep it on the surface level of that you're a fan of Cookie Monster, and that's awesome. And I would have to agree, also growing up a Cookie Monster fan, Cookie Monster is the best ever. Wait. Yes. Me agree. Me best ever. Me concur with that agreement. Oh, that big word me use. Me not use that word before. Alright, this comes from Coach Jacob, and you say Ryan Dillon uses Elmo's eye mechanism a little too much. Once again with this, I don't really have any stake in the game. Only from what I've seen via social media, I know that he'll use it at times when Elmo's thinking, or kind of questioned, or puzzled, or maybe when he's upset at Rocco. So for me personally, I haven't seen this, so I can't really agree nor disagree with it.
He doesn't really have a mechanism necessarily, but he does have that, which I use more than I probably should.
Alright, so this comes from SJ Harris 9583. You say, not sure if this would count as a hot take, but I think Sesame Street is more of a family show since it began rather than just a preschool show. I honestly believe, yes, the show is a preschool show and is geared toward little kids. But if families feel the need to watch it, they can. Also, I want to apologize in advance if I pronounce anyone's name incorrectly. If I have, please let me know kindly in the comments below. Next one comes from Patty Messer, 2006. Zoe is really annoying, and I'm glad Abby Cadabby replaced her in being Elmo's best friend. For me personally, Patty, I'm not annoyed by Zoe. I actually think it makes it more funny, especially when Elmo's going up against Rocco. And Zoe's just so innocent. She really doesn't see a problem, and she honestly believes that Rocco's just her friend. If you are a diehard Elmo fan and you don't like seeing Elmo get upset or angry or mad, yeah, I can see where Zoe could probably be a problem and bother you. This next one comes from Kermit9443. You say Kermit should return to Sesame Street. It's funny that you mentioned that because at the time of this recording, this past Tuesday was where all of us Muppet and Sesame Street puppet fans celebrated what would have been Jim Henson's, I believe, 88th birthday. And to help celebrate, the Jim Henson Company, they created this really cool and heartfelt, awesome tribute to Jim Henson on his birthday. It features Kermit, Oscar the Grouch, and Gobo Fraggle. Not to get too technical, since he was featured with Oscar talking to him and Oscar talking right back to him, technically this is Kermit's way of making a cameo with the Sesame Street character. Just maybe we might see more fun stuff like this, just like we did back in the day with Jim Henson's Muppet Family Christmas. Because this clip, in my opinion, has practically gone viral, I couldn't see why we wouldn't see more crossovers like this in the future, and hats off to the person that had thought of this, led the charge on this. Very, very awesome, very, very touching tribute to Jim. This one comes from Concept Cheese Entertainment, and you say Sesame Street has definitely lost their pure soul prime over the years. Plus, the Wicked Witch of the West episode isn't that scary. I feel like they really haven't. I know there's some political things that have gotten in there that didn't really need to be featured on Sesame Street or talked about in said show that they recently have. If you're referring to that, yeah, I agree with that. But as far as the main core of characters losing who they are, I haven't seen that really. Again, I don't actively watch the show on a day-to-day, back-to-back basis, but just from what I'm seeing on their social media accounts and things like that, I feel like, just based off of what I've seen, I feel like the main personalities of said characters have not changed. If anybody wants to add to this discussion in the comments below, feel free to do so by timestamping it and or maybe just sharing with me some clips where you've seen this happen. Also, as far as that Wicked Witch episode goes, I think at the time that was scary to kids. They found her creepy and scary, and she's the bad guy from The Wizard of Oz. Last hot take comes from Kyle Keller, 3398, and you say, I prefer Elmo and Zoe than Elmo and Abby. It's funny because this is like the opposite of what the last person said. Personally, I'm not offended by neither duo. I think both friendships are fine in their own little boxes. I think both lead to some funny and educational moments for the audience. If that's your opinion and you really are not a fan of Elmo and Abby, or you're not a fan of Zoe and Elmo, I didn't know this was a big controversial thing, but apparently, as I'm seeing here, it is. Thank you guys so much for leaving your awesome hot takes. I really enjoyed reading them, giving my opinion about them. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If your hot take was not featured in today's video, please do me a favor and leave your hot take in the comments below. Even if it's not featured in a video or maybe a future video, I would still love to read it and maybe discuss with you in the comments below. Hey, thanks so much for watching this awesome puppet related video. If you enjoyed it, please do me a favor and go check out the next one right here on the screen. Kermit and the Sesame Street Gang, and I think you will enjoy it, and we'll see you over there. Until next time, take care and, well, have an awesome day.